The scene that followed remains one of the most intense and dramatic moments of my life. I tried to console her, to tell her everything would be okay, but the words felt empty. She wasn't asking for reassurance. She wasn't asking for solutions. She just needed to release the torrent of emotion that had been building inside her for so long. And so, we sat there together, in that quiet, suffocating space, as the storm of her emotions raged around us. The following days were a blur. My mother stopped going to work. She stopped pretending that everything was fine. The routine we had relied on for so long, the one that kept us going despite the odds, crumbled in an instant. She spent most of her days lying in bed, staring at the ceiling or watching the rain fall outside. I tried to fill the gaps, doing my best to keep the apartment in order, making small meals, and trying to make things feel normal. But nothing was normal anymore. There was one evening, a few days after her breakdown, when the reality of our situation became unbearable. It was nearing the end of the month, and the bills were piling up, with no way to pay them. I overheard her on the phone with a creditor, trying to explain that she didn't have the money, that she had nothing left to give. I could hear the desperation in her voice, the quiet apology she offered as she promised to send payment soon, knowing full well she wouldn't be able to. When she hung up, I walked into the kitchen, where she was standing with her back to me, the weight of the world pressing down on her shoulders. Her hands were trembling as she held a half-empty cup of coffee, but she didn't turn around. She just stood there, staring out the window, her face drawn, exhausted.